It's okay to switch careers. It's okay not to have everything figured out. Hey everyone, Mitch from Hey Pops Financial here. Today I wanted to talk to you about something that is near and dear to my heart, switching careers. Now, if you're anything like me, you've thought about changing careers at least 100 times in your life. Now, it can be pretty overwhelming, and I have been there, like I said, more than once. But let me tell you, if you haven't heard it from anybody else, it's okay to switch careers. It's okay not to have everything figured out. In fact, it can actually lead to a lot of doors opening that you might not have been open to had you not been willing to move around and explore. Now, I have had a broad range of different things that I have done, anywhere from photography to banking to food service to the military. I was a nuclear electrician, for goodness sakes. But something that has helped me a lot in my career changes and the shifts that I have made has been Pops. Having somebody around like that I can use as a soundboard to be able to say, hey, this is what I'm confused about. This is what I've been thinking about. What do you think about this? What should I watch out for with these shifts has been invaluable. His wisdom on so many different occasions has given me the confidence that I needed in order to make those pivots. Now in this video, what I want to accomplish is to pass on some of that wisdom that Pops has given me to be able to help you get through any of those changes that you might be wanting to make in your career. Now let me tell you a little bit more about my journey. Now, I told you about like kind of all of the different things that I've been in and a lot of the different industries, and that's not even all of it. But one particular case that I can think of, I had been in the same position for more than 4 years, and I'm starting to get that itch, you're just like, we're giving a goodbye party to somebody, and they said, hey, let's say goodbye to Deborah. She's been with us for 40 years. And I was like, oh gosh, like I don't think I can be here for 40 years. And so it kind of got me thinking, what should I change? And I'm looking at the door thinking that that's looking really, really good. But the thought of starting over, that's terrifying. And I know that you have to have felt that as well if you're in that same position. What if I made the wrong move? What if I failed? All valid questions. Now, here's one thing that Pops has taught me. You don't have to have the whole road figured out. Just the next few steps. That's all you need. That's all you need to start the journey. I mean, sometimes we get so caught up in this fear that we forget that that's all life is. Life is just about taking one step at a time. All we get is right now. I mean, we can fantasize about the future, we can regret what we've done in the past, but all we get is right now. All we get are those next few steps. You don't have to have the whole book written. You just have to figure out the next chapter. Now I understand, like it's easy to think that you have, like your career is going to be the one thing that you stick in, but times have changed. Like we don't really live in that situation anymore. It's okay to make changes. A lot of times people value the experience that you get from all of the different places that you have been. In fact, a lot of people that you admire, you'd be surprised how many of them didn't find their calling until the second half of their life. Now, hopefully we can find it sooner than that, right? But again, if you feel that right now you haven't found it, it doesn't mean that you won't find it later. Now, if you're thinking about a career change, one of the first places to start is to try to figure out what you like doing. What is it that you love? What are you good at? If you're thinking about a career change, one of the places to start is to figure out what makes you happy. What are your strengths? What do you love to do? Even when it's hard, even when it's difficult, what brings you that satisfaction? Now, one of the tools that I really found useful, honestly, I found it transformational, was the Clifton strengths test. Now, there's a lot of strength assessment tests out there that you'll see, but the one that personally helped me kind of unlock that potential in my own brain was the Clifton strengths test, where you got all these different strengths that will kind of put them in order, but then also help you look at your life from a strengths lens instead of a weakness lens. A lot of times we look at our lives through the weakness lens first, and we see those rough edges first, and if we look hard enough, we can find the strengths. But we need to flip that. And that's what flipped it for me, where I was able to focus on my strengths first, and it was able to give me the confidence to go into any situation and talk to any individual and say, this is who I am. This is what I bring to the table. And so a tool like that, if you don't want that one, find one that is right for you, where you can basically give yourself that confidence by finding out what you bring to the table. Now, another huge thing for me was networking. And I know it can kind of be a buzzword. I remember talking to this one guy about a networking meeting that I went to, and he's like, oh, hey, I don't do that. He thought it was like network marketing. And that's not what I'm talking about. I won't even go there. What I'm talking about is meeting people, is reaching out to people that are a few steps ahead of you, that can look back to where you are and say, oh no, you're going in the right direction, or tell you that you need to go in a different direction. That was invaluable to me. There are all sorts of networking groups all over the place. The one that I really like is BNI, Business Networking International. There's also a lot of different local clubs and different things that you can do, whether it's Chamber of Commerce or if it's Rotary meetings. The community where you're at, I guarantee you, has some sort of group where people come together with different businesses, different opportunities to be able to talk and give advice. It's fantastic. It's amazing. A lot of the insights that they gave me were things that I wasn't even thinking about. And if there's somebody in the industry that you're interested in going into, you can ask to shadow them. Hey, can I accompany you for a day? Can you talk to me about what you're doing? Can I see what you're doing? Absolutely invaluable experience. Now, here's another thing. You cannot be afraid to start at the bottom. Honestly, some of the most valuable experiences that you will get by humbling yourself and being able to go to a place where you don't know a lot, sometimes nothing. I mean, I have seen so many people that have these amazing, amazing careers, people that I can only like aspire to be at. And that's partly because of my limited thinking, right? But they find opportunities where they don't know something, and they humble themselves. They start at the bottom of whatever that is, and they're able to learn and gain these new experiences. All of the experiences that you are going to have up until you find your calling are going to help build you into what you need to be in order to fulfill that calling. Throughout all of this, Pops has been an amazing soundboard. He hasn't told me exactly what to do. I don't think that that's necessarily a good thing, to have somebody that tells you 100% exactly what you're going to do, because then there's no real growth on your part. You got to think things through. And he found this perfect balance between giving me suggestions and letting me kind of struggle a little bit to figure out how to swim. Having somebody like that in your life, somebody who has been through the ups and downs, is invaluable. And if you don't have somebody like Pops, that's where kind of networking can come in, is you can find those mentors that you can talk to be able to tell you kind of some of these suggestions that you might want to try. So again, if you're considering a career change, I'm here to tell you it's okay. You don't have to be stuck where you're at. If I had thought that, then I wouldn't be doing this. And honestly, this is what I love. And filming and creating content has led to so many other opportunities, other people that have wanted to start doing this, where I've been able to say, well, hey, here's the next few things that you need to do. And I'm not like the expert, right? But this experience that I have right now has been able to help me help some other people, maybe even yourself, figure out what those next couple of steps are. If it weren't for Pops in my life, honestly, I'd be stuck a long time ago. And if I hadn't found the mentors along the way, same thing. I'd be too afraid to take the leap. I heard something, and I want to kind of leave you with this. A ship in harbor is safe, but that's not what ships are built for. So get your ship together and do something scary. Take that first step, take the leap, get out of the safe harbor that you find yourself in, and go do something hard. Go do something scary. Take that first step. Now, thanks for hanging out with me today. If this video has been beneficial for you, please like, subscribe, share this with somebody that you think needs to hear this message, and don't forget to leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me where you think I'm wrong even. I want to encourage a discussion here or answer some questions that you might have. Remember, we're all in this together. You can do it. You got this. Take it easy.